Home invasion. This late, the loading bay is empty of workers. The cargo trucks and lifting drones sit silent, red in the running lights of our crashed hover car. The entries to the rest of the house are secured, but Rafi and I have played hide and seek 100 times here. I know what's behind every door. This way, my pulse knife roars to life, flies at the largest roller door. With a shriek of tearing metal, a jagged hole opens up. We leap through, run across the carpeted lobby floor, and into the largest room in my father's house, the ballroom, full of bare tables and an empty stage. This is where I saved my sister's life a year ago. When not in use, it's where the house security drones go to recharge. We catch them sleeping, not expecting attackers pouring from a fallen Shrev ship. The drones try to sputter to life, their weapons crash charging like the hum of bees. But the specials barrage guns open fire, cutting them to pieces. Boss X extends his pulse lance, like my knife, but 2 meters long, and chops the supports out from under the balcony. It crashes down into a dozen waking drones. I pull the barrage gun from my belt and let my own fire spill wild, hitting the tables, the lights, the ordnance ceiling. Some simple, angry parts of me thrills to be laying waste to my childhood home. In seconds, the wreckage of 50 drones litters the ballroom floor. Another 20 or so will be on station throughout the house. Sirens are ringing now. I start for the stairs, but then I see him, Boss X, up on the stage. Yandere takes my shoulder. 5 seconds. X slashes at the stage with his pulse lance. Sparks and sawdust fly. Then he kneels and pulls free a jagged triangle of wood. He brings it to his lips. The man X joined the rebels for, Yandere says. He died here. My mind can't grasp this. It wasn't an authorized mission, Yandere says, and he wasn't trying to kill your sister. I manage to nod. My father was meant to give that speech. I don't tell them the rest, that I made the kill that day, and that it was the best day of my life. Boss X leaps down from the stage, this token piece of wood clutched in his hand. We charge up the emergency stairway, up toward the control room, toward my sister. Dr. Levia and his techs take the lead now, spraying anti-dust nanos and scanning for traps. Boss X is behind us, sweeping his pulse lance across the landing below. It sends rubble crashing down on anyone who might be following, but it means there's no way back now. I glance at Yandere. They shrug. It's a wolf thing. No retreats. But it's more than that. This is as personal to Boss X as it is to me. I bring the party to a halt on the stairwell, 10 floors up, just outside the control room and the medical center and below my old bedroom. There'll be drones on this floor, I say, or soldiers. The specials push me out of the way, set blast caps on the stairwell door. The roar of the explosion echoes down the stairs. We charge out the gaping hole. Metal shards of the door are everywhere. But the med center is empty. Nothing but shiny furniture and equipment, and that giant picture window showing the battle outside in all its glory. Missiles crisscrossing the night, rings of plasma aflame. Hover cars veering, burning, falling. Rebel anti-craft spiderwebs stretch across the sky. For a moment, I can't breathe. All this destruction for Victoria, for the planet, for the rule of law and normalcy, but also for me. I helped plan this battle, nudging flickering soldiers and machine-like toys across an air screen table, quoting Sun Tzu and Niccolò Machiavelli, pouring out every second of training that my father subjected me to. His creature, he made me, and I made the spectacle before us. Magnificent, Dr. Levia said softly, but we're losing. It's true, the army of Shrev has left the city almost defenseless, surging out against the farm belt against the rebels and Victorians. So many hover cars, drones, jump troops. Then I realized the score of ships guarding this tower have joined the fray, tipping the balance. Once we invaded my father's home, it left them with no reason to stay here, so they headed straight at Cole. No, I murmur. Focus, Zura says. Where's the control room? I point. Why is no one here? Boss X says. His pulse lance buzzes in his hand. One of the tech raises an instrument. There's some kind of magnetic field building. Frey, is this room equipped with? Her voice cuts off and she crumples to one knee. Blood spurts from her throat and down her chest, setting off camo reactions in her suit. I flinch from a metal flash in the corner of my eye. Something shiny darts past, and a lock of my hair falls, cut clean off. Boss X cries out in pain. A shiny bone pin juts from his shoulder. Suddenly, the air is full of metal. Scissors, soldering needles, pens, every medical instrument in flight. I shut my eyes, knowing this room from endless training injuries, and grab a cushion from the surge table, wrap it around my head. Some deadly code in the walls is running pinpoint lifter magnets, sending every small piece of metal swirling through the air, thrusting at anything with body heat. A special falls, something shiny protruding from his eye. I hear the buzz of Boss X's pulse lance as he fends off flittering projectiles. Objects thunk into my cushion, stab at my hardened sneak suit, slice my hand. Sands. Sooner or later, one of them will find a vein. But then the barrage tapers off. I peer out. Yonder stands in the center of the room, their face bleeding, their jacket in ribbons of leather. They hold a crash bracelet high in the air, surrounded by Laceret's hurricane of metal. Of course, the bracelet's magnet is much stronger than any pinpoint lifter, and has drawn all that flying metal toward itself, but the vortex around Yandre's hand is closing, spinning quicker as it tightens, like water in a drain. Once it consumes the bracelet in Yandre's hand, the metal storm will break free again. I hurl my knife at the picture window. The reinforced glass resists for a moment, then web cracks, shatters. Glittering shards spill out into the night, letting in the roar of wind and battle thunder. Yonder takes slow, steady steps to the window, then drops the bracelet out. The storm of metal follows, spinning into the dark. I look around. One tech and two specials dead. Boss X, fur streaked with blood. Yandre's arm streaming. Zura emerges unscathed from beneath a massive table. The cold 10-story wind sets everything rustling around us. Dr. Levia goes to work, looking for med spray and bandages. When he turns to me, I wave him off. My hardened sneak suit saved me from the worst, and the battle is still raging outside. The control room's through that door, I say to the surviving tech. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Frey, Zura warns me. I shake my head, taking a pair of grenades from Boss X's belt. He only nods. I make for the stairs, the 11th floor, where I used to sleep. Zura doesn't try to stop me. The stairwell is dark, sirens echoing from all directions. But there's movement below me. In night vision, I can see the 2 security drones drifting up on silent lifters. There's no point in stealth anymore. My barrage gun fills the stairwell with sparks and smoke, leaving them in jittering pieces. I set a grenade on a slow timer and send it bouncing down. The door to the 11th floor is secure, but the barrage gun sheds it off and hinges. I dive through the doorway, aiming and firing at a lone figure in the hall, but my gun sputters, its status light blinking red. I'm out of ammo. Frey, comes a familiar voice. It's good to see you. I squint through the soft glow of emergency lights. She stands there, lean and poised and strong, unarmed, unworried by the likes of me, my trainer, Naya.